I don't know what I'm going to look like. Here we go. I mean, we do this every time. I think I should learn how to set up better. I should learn how to do this better, but I never learn. Here we go. 5 4 3 2 1. It's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, it could be better, but all right, here, let's try to rearrange. Let's see if we can get it to be like, yeah, this way. No, this way. Yeah, that way. This is not looking good. Okay, no, no. That's in my face. Okay. I try. I try. I think I should be given points for trying. Hi guys. Hi Larry. Hi Bad Brother. Hi Samael. Hello Super Suka. Hello Teddy. Hello Mr. Potato Head. Hello Dex. Hi Wilco. Hello Michael. Zelich. Jakub. Boa. Guys, you guys have been talking a lot. I'm like going all the way back to the top. Hi Richard. Wow, you guys have been chatting a lot. What have I missed? Hi Agent. Hi Awad. Hello. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin. Looking fine. Now get the mic out of the way. All right, thanks. All right, guys. So I always do that. I literally always do that before we start our streams. I always have to take a long breath for some reason. It's like I'm expecting le bullshit to start. But anyway, all right, let's begin. So let me know if you guys can hear me good. If you can't, then I will try to change setup. The microphone has like 20% battery. So in like 10 minutes or so, I'm going to have to switch to computer audio for like 5 minutes. So I'm sure you'll be able to deal with it though. I'm sure you guys will be fine. It's not, you get over it, okay? Hello, Anthony. Hi, Keela. The mic is very clear already then. I hope so because, yeah, you guys usually complain about my sound. So, all right. So here we go. All right. So, wow, I am so not ready for today. I just figured it out. I'm not ready for today. But look, okay, let's just do this slowly, shall we? Let's talk first. Can we talk before we get into the topics and all of that? Let's just talk, okay? I want to talk to you guys about some things because the world is going crazy, right? And I haven't been here. I wasn't gone. I wasn't here last weekend. So I'm certain that we missed some things. But did you guys see the scandal that was all over the internet this week and last week, I'm assuming? I don't know when it was. Did you guys see the scandal? So there was a scandal apparently where it was The Rock and good old Oprah Winfrey going around online begging for money, saying, "We donated $10 million. We've got the ball rolling. Now it's your turn. Donate because our properties need saving." So what happened was, as you guys know, there was a little spark in Hawaii. There was a little spark that lit a little flame, that lit a little explosion, that set off a bomb. That happened, and Oprah Winfrey and The Rock come online thinking that they are Michael, slow down. I look over, that's the first thing I see. Slow down. Slow down. Guys, wait. Oh my gosh. Wait. Brockton, you didn't even say hi when you entered. You just walked through the door throwing shade. Can you say hello first? Guys, so listen, the thing is, I really don't care about these kind of things. I tell you what, the way the rich stay rich is by being careful about where they put too much money towards. I get that, that's how the rich stay rich. The rich, just because you're rich doesn't mean that you're going to throw your whole entire fortune into a cause. No, I get that. But the thing that I'm mad about is this. Oprah has property. She has property in Hawaii, and she made sure that her property was protected from all of those that were running from their burning houses looking for shelter. She made certain that they would have no way to have any kind of shelter, not in her house, but not even in her guest houses, not even in the shed in the back, not even near the pool. She made sure no one could set foot on her property. And she paid, I forget how much money it was, to up security on her property during the fires to make sure that no one dared to shelter near her property, right? But these are typically liberals. And you guys know what liberals always say. Liberals are the ones that tell us there's room for everyone. Everyone is welcome. The Statue of Liberty said, welcome, come all, come sick, come poor, come everything. Why should we push people away? Well, liberals say that about our property. See, they don't want them on your property. I'm sorry, on their property. They want them on your property. They're like, oh yeah, we can all share, we can all get along. But when a disaster happens, they make sure to protect their own, to make sure no one comes near their assets. But the thing about Oprah, so she protected her own assets, right? And then she gave 10 million, which is a drop in the pond for a billionaire. I mean, what's a king to a god, right? So they ask for money for Hawaii from us, from the rest of us, okay, to protect their property. So the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was this scandal of us giving so many billions of dollars to Ukraine. Do you guys know? I believe so far we've given about $10 billion to Ukraine. If I'm not mistaken, it could be more for all I know. But the Hawaii disaster is costing Hawaii about $8 billion, around $8 billion, I believe. That's the estimate right now. Now, if it's costing Hawaii about $8 billion to rebuild or to repair or in loss or damages, don't you guys think that that money that we've been sending to Ukraine could have been given to Hawaii, but instead Hawaii residents are complaining, rightfully so, complaining that they're only getting $700 from the American government to move on? These people had houses, had property, had full lives going on, and our American government gives billions to Ukraine, people that we don't know, we've never heard of, who don't share the same name, culture, anything with us, but people that are our own. That's our territory. See, Hawaii is our child. Hawaii is our child, not Ukraine. Ukraine is not even a stepchild to us. Hawaii is our real child. We birthed that. That's Hawaii. And we don't give to our real child also that we can give to someone else's child in the form of Ukraine. It's very sad. It's a very sad day for us. And normally I'm the type of person who is like, we'll figure it out. Oh, there's going to be fundraisers we can do. But when I saw this, I was like, wow. So Biden isn't going to respond to this? What's the response to this? He was going to sleep during the meetings regarding Hawaii. He was sleeping. Well, what else would we expect? It was probably nap time. The U.S. government should never be trusted. I mean, I know we shouldn't depend on them at all, but it's the irony of it all. Like, all of our money is going to Ukraine, yet we can't afford to give the Hawaii residents more than $700? $700 in this economy, when just groceries alone is $200. Gas from one side of Hawaii to the next side of Hawaii is pretty much what, $70 itself, maybe even more. But you gave them $700 thinking that was going to do something. I wonder when these government officials were handing out these $700 checks, what were they saying to the people when they handed out? Oh, look, we have help for you. Oh, thank you, government. Thank you, American government. We've been needing you. Thank you so much. What do you have to offer us? Please, American government. They're like, ha, we got you. We got you. Don't worry. Let me pull this big check out of my pocket. Oh my gosh, it's a big check, guys. It's a big check. Ooh. Let's pull it out. Here you go. Here's a Hawaii resident accepting said check, looking at the amount, $700. I'm sure the Hawaii residents looked at that check and said, this is a great start. You're missing a few zeros. I noticed that a few zeros were missing, unless you forgot to put the decimal point in the right place. Maybe you forgot the comma. Is this it? But Ukraine has so much money, they don't know what to do with it. Ukraine has the discotheques, the clubs, the nightclubs are open in Ukraine. Girls are in miniskirts, showing their stomachs out in miniskirts in Ukraine right now on a Saturday night. Tonight is Saturday. Saturday night, Ukraine clubs, nightclubs are open. But they are so scared, and we have to send so much money over to them, but their nightclubs are open. Do you think that any nightclubs are open in Lahaina or in Maui? Do you think any nightclubs are open over there right now? I think not. But in Ukraine, they're drinking it up and partying as we speak. Saturday night. The irony. The irony. But anyway, hi guys. I'm here. Hi Neil. Welcome in. Tommy said $700 per household. That's even worse. I thought it was per person. Per household. Our government is this is bad. This is really bad. But it goes to show you guys where these people's attention is. The people in power, the government, as they say, the people in charge, the black suits, whatever. It goes to show where their loyalty, where they think money should be allocated, or where, I mean, just to think, on our own territory, we can't get help. But Ukraine, being an ocean or two away, can get more help than our own people. Very sad. Very, very sad. Okay. It is what they voted for, right, Agent? You're right. It is what they voted for. I recently saw a video. I'll share it with you guys. Someone was talking about all of the great policies that Biden has he's signed off on, or created, or what have you. There's a few bills that Democrats were citing, and they were actually making Trump supporters look stupid. And that's kind of a hard thing to do for a Biden supporter, but they did. And I'll tell you why. They found Trump supporters that don't know the type of policies that Joe Biden has signed off on. And the thing is, I understand, because most of us, the policies from Joe Biden, they don't stand out. And the reason they don't stand out to us Trump supporters is this reason here. One of the policies that one of these Biden supporters mentioned that made the Trump supporter look stupid was talking about the pharmaceuticals, and talking about how Joe Biden lowered the prices for medicines and insulin and so on and so forth, not knowing that what Joe Biden just cited, I think it was like a month ago. He said, oh, I just lowered the price of prescription drugs and pharmaceuticals and insulin. I just lowered it this amount of percent and so on and so forth. If you look back 3.5 years ago, Trump had already done that back in 2019. But Joe Biden, because Americans, we tend to forget easily, especially with everything that goes on, we tend to forget. So when Joe Biden said the same thing, he said, oh, I lowered it to the same amount that Trump said 3 years ago. No one noticed. So these Biden supporters, they were citing what Biden did and the bill that Biden had signed off on, and saying, oh, look, he lowered the price of pharmaceuticals and insulin for everyone. Oh, look, he's helping the elderly, old, not knowing that Trump had already done that 3.5 years ago. So it's not an achievement. This is something that was already there. But Biden is taking, what is it called? Guys, give me the word. Yeah, thank you. Taking credit. Thank you, Zelich. Taking credit for it. That's what it is. Sometimes I lose words. But yeah. Oh, Sub-Zero is here. Hi, Sub-Zero. Welcome. All right. So, yeah, exactly. Lowered it for his welfare. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, Larry says a lot of the good bills Biden signed are restorations of Trump bills that he had removed when he took office. That's what I'm talking about. See, and Trump supporters, they did look silly because they weren't able to refute what these Biden supporters were saying. When this Biden supporter listed off these bills, the Trump supporters kind of sat there in awe. They were like, what? They were like, what bill has he done? What bill has he created? Truth is, if they would have known, they would have been able to fire back and say these were things that Trump had already done. But it's okay. It's okay. Not everyone is ready for debates at just any given moment, so it's understandable. But a lot of the Democrats now are in the what's it called, comment section, saying, "Oh, look, Trump supporters, typical stupid idiots, typical cult. What did they call us? Oh, that's right, maggots. The maggots, the Trump maggots, the typical hillbilly Trump supporter, the ignorant, blindly following Christian Trump supporter." This is what they were saying about us, essentially. So I find it funny. The maggots. Yeah, the maggots. Hi, Suka. Hi, Shadow. Zealot says, I can't retain enough information for a debate. I mean, when it comes to this, when it comes to all of this debate back and forth about bills and who did the best one and who writes the best policies and so on, that you don't even have to remember all of them. Just say the evidence speaks for itself. The record speaks for itself. Look at the country that we're in today versus the country that we were in 3 years ago. We don't even need to cite all the bills and all of the policies and so on and so forth because there's no need to. Everybody has seen the difference. Everybody sees the difference. They feel the difference. They notice the difference when they go to the gas station, when they go to the grocery store. So we don't need to cite bill after bill. Just say, how much are you paying for gas today? Oh, how much? Oh, $5 and what? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. How much were you paying 3.5 years ago? Oh, okay. It must have been something about that nasty Trump supporter guy, right? The nasty MAGA. Why would you want to make America great again? Of course not. Anyway, okay, so I want to speak to you guys now about something else. I'm going to pull it up on my phone because I wrote it down for you guys because I can't remember everything for the life of me. If I didn't have my head stuck on it, on my shoulders, I'd probably forget it somewhere too. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling it up. Please hold while I try your extension. Right. Oh, okay. Here's the next thing. So there has been an uptick in videos online of people who deliver food. This is like DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever food service that you guys use. I don't use them because I have my own personal slave go out and get my food for me. But a lot of people do use these services like DoorDash and so on. Now, there has been an uptick in people who have Ring cameras in front of their houses videotaping what these delivery services do if you do not tip them before they drop off their food. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I'm assuming, I think I've used delivery service maybe once, and it asks you to tip the delivery guy before they arrive. And I'm like, I'm not going to tip anyone before you actually do the job. To me, I will tip you after you do a good job. I'm not going to tip you before you do the job. That's just how I go. That's how I roll. So many people are just like me and they refuse to tip before they get the service. It makes sense. So these people, because you didn't give them a tip before they arrived, you have these videos of these DoorDash drivers throwing the food down, or waiting until the person opens the door just to shove it in their hands just to make sure that it falls down. They shove it in such a way to make sure that it falls down, but then they can't say, they'll just say, oh, you were clumsy. You didn't grab it. It's not my fault. Crazy. And I want to say the tipping system Now, a lot of people may disagree with me here, but I believe that the tipping system should not exist. I don't think it should exist as a mandatory practice in America. The reason is because when you pay for a service, you shouldn't be obliged. Like if you want to give extra money, that's your decision. But you should not be obliged to pay extra money if you are paying for your food and you're paying the tax on said food. You don't need to pay extra money if you don't want to. That's how I feel about it. In Europe, tipping is actually offensive. Like, because it's just a few dollars extra, people feel like you're treating them like they're a peasant. So in Europe, it's actually an offensive practice. But in America, you see the entitled waiters and waitresses or delivery service people constantly with their hands out. I go to massage parlors. Me and my husband go to massage parlors every now and again. And you would be surprised. These women, they are constantly saying, oh, tip me 25%, 25%, honey. I'm like, you wait, wait. Aren't I paying for the service already? Why do you need extra money? Why don't you say that the service is this amount instead of trying to say, I need to give you extra money on top of my service, on top of the service that you're providing? No? I don't know. So I'm against the tipping system being obligatory. In my view, it's offensive. It really is offensive. Just because you see people getting so entitled for that extra $2, $3 or extra $5, as if it's like a cookie or like oh, good job. What is it? A pat on the back for a lot of people? No, it's like, I don't know. And the entitlement is the reason why I don't think it should exist anymore. Not because you don't show your gratitude, not because of that. It's because of the entitlement that comes along with it. Now people feel entitled to extra money. Do you know what I mean? People are no longer making sure they go out of their way to provide extra service or a good service or a good job well done because they know that you are obliged to tip anyway. So that's how I feel about that. I don't know how you guys feel. I'll look at your guys' chat or your comments before I continue then. Dex says, I tip when it's Uber or Lyft. Fix says, I don't tip anymore at all. Understandable. Even cashiers I go to expect a tip from me for just putting in an order. Right. My uncle went to Starbucks because I stopped going to Starbucks. As you guys know, I boycotted Starbucks the moment that they went left. But my uncle just went to Starbucks a few weeks ago. He told me that when he was in a drive-thru, when he gets to the window to pay, they give him a machine and say, would you like to tip? Tip. Tip you for what? For doing your job? I'm going to tip you for doing your job. You are getting paid already at your job. Why do I need to give you more monies? Like, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, the reason why the tipping is a big deal is because the employers don't pay enough. So then tipping is the way they compensate for it and so on and so forth. That shouldn't be a thing either to me. I don't think that employers should depend on the customers to pay their employees. You know what I mean? It's just, it puts extra stress on the customer to make sure that they're paying your employee what you should be paying them. Yeah, it's too much. All right, I'm looking at you guys. Agent says, I only tip if the service is good. That's how I feel as well, because I feel that a tip is something that I do when I'm happy, when I'm pleased, not because I have to. I don't have to give extra money. I paid for the food that I got. I got my food and I left without disturbance, without any problems. I do not have to give extra money because the person did their job. To me, that doesn't make sense. You're doing your job. You're doing what you're there to do. I don't need to pay you extra money to do your job. That's your job. Unless you did a song and dance for me, which is not your job and it's extra. Unless you did a song and dance for me, I'm not going to pay you extra money the majority of the time. And especially people getting angry over $2 to $5 extra. And like, that $2 to $5 extra is not going to, whatever. Okay, I'll stop. Frost says, I only tip my tattoo artist. Broxton says, I pick up my pizza and the cashier wanted tip. Wait, I have seen this. I have seen this in places where you serve yourself and they still ask for tip at the end. Where, yeah, I've seen that where you serve yourself or you come to pick up your own order and people still, oh, yeah, great. And people still ask for tip. Crazy. Let me not put this in my face there. But yeah, where you do all your service by yourself and people still ask for tip. The entitlement is out of this world. Oh my gosh. Whatever happened to 30 minutes or less? Not in this traffic, not in America traffic. Tipping is not mandatory. It is. It is. In a lot of places, they'll say that it is. They'll say you have to tip, what is it? 5% or I don't know how much it is. I really don't know because I like I said, I do it when I'm pleased. If I'm pleased, I will, but if no. I'm not singing. No, I'm not singing. I'm not singing. I don't do a song and dance. I don't do song and dances, sorry. Because then people are going to start asking me to belly dance every time I bring their food. Bring your food. Here's your food, sir. Oh, yes. You going to belly dance for me? Sir. How much you going to give me? Just kidding. Like, excuse me, sir. I cannot be bought. I cannot be bought. I'm a lady. How much you going to pay? How much? Oh. So bad. No, Fix. No. I am not. No. We are moving on. My next topic for you guys is this. Here, let me pull it up because. All right, here we go. Now, this is regarding. This is regarding tipping. Oh, I bought a book for you guys. I actually went out and bought a book for you guys, and I'm going to share. I'm going to get it in a second. Thank God I didn't forget. Okay, but here we go. Encouragement begets mediocrity, and undeserved praise begets complacency. I repeat, encouragement begets mediocrity, and undeserved praise begets complacency. So this is it doesn't really have to do with the tipping system per se. It can, but what I was talking about when I say encouragement begets mediocrity is I've seen a lot of times when, let's use Black Lives Matter for an example. Let's use Black Lives Matter or the woke movement. The more people praise it, the more praise in these areas, these oh, you know, melanin poppin', or oh, proud to be Black, or proud to be gay, or what have you. The more you do that to people, all of this encouragement, the more mediocre they become, and the more they expect undeserved praise for their mediocrity. And then that's also making others around them become complacent with their less than enthusiastic performances. Example being, before, when we used to see Black movements, let's say a Black movement, for example, Black Panthers. Say what you want about the Black Panthers. I understand that they were trash, racist group, but they did do something. They bought in the WIC program. They did things for their people. So the Nation of Islam, unfortunately, and I know they're racist as heck, but they did things for their people. They brought some order, standard, but they were not praised. They were not, they didn't go outside and people were like, oh, you know, it was very few people and in their group, only in their group. Today, you see Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter does absolutely nothing, absolutely nothing for the Black community, but they are praised, heavily praised. They are so praised that white people in disregard of their own best interests, are praising these groups. And they are mediocre. They don't do anything for their people, because why are they being praised? For nothing. So why do they have to do anything? They're already being praised for being Black. They're praised for their skin being dark. They're praised for nothing. Just like today, you see the average Black person is praised for being Black. Like, being black is, or being born black is like some achievement. The average gay is praised for being gay. Oh, we're just happy you're here. You're happy you exist. We're happy you got to the egg before the other sperm cells. We're happy you're here. That's your accomplishment. You made it. You made it. That's all I see. And when I say that, undeserved praise begets complacency, this is what I mean. It's just, and we see it all over. We see it in the school systems. We see it in art. Remember, I was talking to you guys about art. Art used to be Picasso's and Leonardo da Vinci and drawing angels and naked babies and naked women, and not so much naked men, because naked men, but naked women, naked babies. I mean, and clouds and angels and Jesus. I mean, art used to be heavenly and beautiful, and it took skill. Today's art is just draw a line in a circle like that. How much does this work of art go for? $7,849.73. 73 cents because we have to tax you, whatever. But this is what it is. And oh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. This is what it is, guys. I mean, I see so much mediocrity. I'll look at it after, guys. I'm sorry. I'll look at it after. I will maybe like say it together. But yeah, I see so much praise for nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're praising. I'm not going to say it, because if I say that, then yeah, it's going to be a whole different topic. But yes, so the next topic that I wanted to speak to you all about here, I'll look at your guys' comments first. He says modernism. Amir doesn't like men. I knew that was coming. Somehow I knew that was coming. Pardon me. Did Hunter draw it? Oh, did you guys hear about what happened to Hunter? Tell me you guys heard. No? Should I be the one to give you guys the good news? Well, not so much good news, because I'm sure Daddy Joe and they're going to protect him. But supposedly Hunter has been indicted on charges. What was it regarding? I think it was regarding something about money. I don't know what it was. All I saw was Hunter indicted, and I started celebrating. But I ought not celebrate too fast, should I? Okay, one sec. Oops. Why is this connecting? No. Okay. All right, it's good. All right, let me look it up. Guys, I just saw it not too long ago. It has to be here. Hold on. Pulling it up. And of course, I missed it. I'm going to try to pull up the article, actually, so I can say it to you. Hunter indicted for something. Here we go. Found it. Alrighty then. So here's an article in the NPR. So Hunter Biden is indicted on felony gun charges weeks after a plea deal fell apart. So that's really nothing. I mean, I hope this leads to more, because there's plenty more to indict him on. If any, think about this. If this was Trump's son, this would be all over the news. This would be front page. This would be people calling for impeachment. Impeach president, impeach Trump, impeach everything. His whole family is corrupt. But because it's this guy, you barely see it in the news. President Biden's son, Hunter, has been indicted on felony gun charges. Prosecutors say that when he brought a gun back in 2018, he lied about his drug use on a disclosure form. His attorney, somebody Lowell, told CNN that the indictment should be thrown out. And I'm pretty sure it will be, because look who we're talking about. The lawyer, or the attorney, says the constitutionality of these charges are much in doubt. People ought to remember about whether this is a unique and unjustified charge. Hunter owned an unloaded gun for 11 days. How about we talk about China? How about instead of doing gun charges, how about we talk about his involvement with the Chinese or Ukraine? Dare I say? No, we're not going to talk about that. You guys know. Shh, 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 shh. We ought not speak his name. Shh. That never happened. That never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys must either I have amnesia or you guys have been smoking crack. We don't know. We don't know. It could be crack. It could be meth. It could be the stripper that we were out with the other night. I don't know what it is, but obviously what we thought happened didn't happen because, we're the crazy ones. But yes, anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about before, shall we? I am so ADD tonight. All right, here we go. Let me pull this one up. Why can't I find this thing? See, I write notes for you guys, and then every single time I end up losing them. Okay, I'm pulling it up. 1 minute. Well, this is regarding my work. All right. I don't know. I guess I didn't write it down. Doesn't seem like I wrote it down. Yeah, I know I wanted to talk to you guys about censorship too. I wanted to talk about censoring scary words, but I think I had brought it up to you guys before. Like, what are the reasons why we can't say words like suicide or rape or murder, as if these things don't exist? As if when people hear those words, they're going to automatically run outside and do them. Like, if I say the word suicide, oh my God, don't say that word. Because if someone hears that word, they might run outside and off themselves. No? Or don't say rape, because God forbid you say the word rape, because that puts their minds in the mood to rape. No? They weren't thinking about rape before, but as soon as you said rape, now all of a sudden, they want to go do it. Right? Is that what it is? I don't understand the reason why we can't say these words. No? These are real things that happen. Like, we're making our society very poussé. I'm not going to say the word, but we're making a society of poussé. It's French. That's a French word. It might sound like what you guys think it is, but it's actually a French word. I've been working on my French. So the poussé part of what I'm talking about is people being very soft. Okay, very very soft and succulent. Supplement. No. That's not the word. Supple. That it is. Soft and supple. Am I doing this right? Samuel, what's the word? Supple? Soft? What is the word?
Supple works.
Okay. I was right the whole time. See, I told you guys I'm smart. People are becoming so soft and supple. Like just a big poussé, a big country of poussé. That's what I'm saying. And the fact that we can't even say words online, like before curse words were blocked, right? You remember there used to be a time before I was born that curse words were blocked on TV. People were not allowed to say curse words on TV before I was born. Then all of a sudden, curse words were allowed to be said. You can say F this B, you can say F this S, you can say souk my nuke, you can say anything you want now regarding these things. But now you can't say assault. You can't say suicide. You can't say rape. You can't say fag. Oh, sorry, that one. That's my word. Never mind. Anyway, back to the subject. You can't say these words. And my thing is, so when did we become such poussé that when you hear the word, all of a sudden you have to go out and do the thing? No? Or is it like, what is the mentality behind it? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? What is the mentality behind it? Where the internet tells you, you cannot say suicide. You have to block out the word suicide on YouTube. Why? Is it because people run out and suicide themselves as soon as they hear the word suicide? Or the fact that they put trigger warnings? They say, oh, there's a trigger warning. We're going to talk about suicide. Okay. But now You can say F that S or sook my nuke or be on this, bounce on this. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been watching way too much World Star Hip Hop. Bounce on that. Okay. Anyway.
Wow.
Sorry. Sorry. You threw me off. Don't throw me off. Samuel, don't throw me off because then I can't get back to what I was saying. Gosh darn it. I was saying something. Anyway. You can't say suicide. You can't say rape. You can't say actual assaults or actual legal terms. These are legal terms. You can't say the word retarded. That's a legal, sorry, not legal, medical condition. Mental retardation is a real thing. But you can't say that anymore because it's so offensive. But you can still say, bounce that. Yeah. Anyway, you understand. America has become so vulgar, right? We speak so vulgar online, and that is okay. Vulgarity is perfectly okay. But actually speaking about actual medical terms like mental retardation, or speaking about legal crimes, like the legal terms for a crime, like rape or sexual assault, those things have to be blocked. Am I the one lost? Or are you guys lost with me? It's kind of backwards now, isn't it? You better not. I will come for you. I will come for you. I will dismember your family online like a cartel video. Do not clip me. You do not clip me. We can't unremember. Well, anyway. Retardeo. Retarde. I'm gonna start saying that, boy. Retarde. Super Suka says bounce, bounce, jiggle, jiggle. Guys, World Star Hip Hop has some of the worst language you'll ever hear in your whole life. I've heard. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's just leave that there. Yeah, exactly. It just shows how dumbed down we become. Exactly. To the point where before, decorum and etiquette was a requirement, right? It was required that you weren't vulgar. You don't speak like that on national TV. You don't use the F word on TV. You don't drop F-bombs on TV. You don't say the S word. You don't do this. But legal terms or medical terms were completely that's how people spoke. They said the medical terms. They didn't say the vulgar way of saying rape. They didn't say the vulgar way of saying sexual assault. They didn't say the vulgar way of saying mental retardation. They said those things. And now even just the term mental retardation is seen as offensive. It is seen as a slur. But truthfully, every word is a slur eventually. So even medical terms, all the medical terms that we have now are going to be slurs eventually. Just like today, they say, don't say mental retardation. Say, what is it called? Mentally challenged. Mentally challenged. In 10 years, mentally challenged is going to be a slur. Okay? What's going to be the next term? Mental deficit? What's going to be next? Go ahead, Samuel.
Mentally challenged is already stricken from the record. Now it's neurodivergent.
Oh my gosh. You see how fast it's going? It moves so fast that I didn't even see it pass me. Did you guys see how quickly that just happened? Like, we were just talking about one term being proper now and the other one being a slur, and just in a snap of a hand, of a snap of a finger, it has just changed right in front of our eyes again. That's how quickly this is happening. Oh my gosh. I miss the 90s. That's retarded. Yes, dismemberment. What is wrong? Go to the naughty corner. Agent, get it together. Go to the naughty corner. There's church tomorrow. Get it together. Church is in a few hours. Oh my gosh. El estúpido. Why do I feel like that wasn't a threat, but rather a promise? Don't clip me. That's all I'm saying. Don't clip me. Illegal alien is a legal term. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Eventually, migrant is going to be a slur as well. I hate neurodivergent. Man, are you a neurodiphobic? Apparently. Wow, agent. She's drunk. Still, the Naughty Corner accepts drunks as well. Join the Naughty Corner, or you can go to Naughty Corner labor camp. You want to go to Naughty Corner labor camp? Then get it together. Yeah. Agent says I am going. Services at 10:30. Hopefully I'm not still tipsy. No, agent. You need to get up and go to the 7:30 service, okay? Get to bed. Labor camp, please. Oh my gosh. Do I get a raise? Stop it. You guys are killing me. Oh my god. Okay, what'd you say, Fionn? He says you could use vulgar language in public back then. You risked a ticket for public obscenity. Oh, also, decent company didn't appreciate it. You were thought extremely low class for speaking that way. And you see, and in today's world, today we have children speaking that way, and people are like, "Oh." Don't believe me? Just recently I saw, it was like, what is it called? What is it? Not Wilding Out. I don't know. One of those like shows where it's like comics come on. It was a clip on YouTube. Anyway, the clip was talking about gay sex, and it was talking about men performing what they do. You know what I'm talking about. So they were talking about that in front of a baby. The baby was all of a year and a half old, okay, maybe 18 months. So the baby was around a year and a half old. The baby was sitting there. Halfway through this skit of the anal sex, they said, please don't say this type of language in front of the baby. And then they panned the camera to the baby and they said, baby, what do you think about what was just said? The baby said, and I quote, "What the fuck?" The baby said that. A baby. And the crowd went wild. Because isn't that so cute? She said what we all were thinking. It's demonic. It's demonic. You had the baby around that in the first place, and then you praise the baby for speaking like a sailor. Why does the baby even know how to speak like that in the first place? Okay, so, right, Mr. Renegade, he says, it's okay for drag queens to have story time with kids, but I can't say retarded. That's retarded. Exactly. I know. I get it. The crowd is degenerate weirdos. The crowd is full of degenerates. And that's why I said, like, I wouldn't have been laughing. If the baby said that in front of me, I'd be ready to spank it. And then get ready to confront their parents. Like, spank the baby and confront the parents. What are you teaching your child? Why is this baby speaking this way? Neil says, I think it's all part of the general's degradation of the language. Oh, general degradation of language. You can't use racist words, and that seems to include lynch, Whitfield. It was offensive, and then they're scary. I kind of get what you're saying, but the grammar is kind of off, unless I'm the one stroking out. I don't know if I'm the one stroking out. But the realtor, so when we were buying our new house, the realtor refused to say the word master bedroom. They said that they weren't allowed to say those terms, master bedroom, when they were showing us a few houses. So they said that their company, I'm not going to say the company, but that their company said that they're not allowed to use the terms master bedroom anymore. And I said, why not? Why not say master bedroom, master bathroom? They said, well, because it implies that there are slaves That's the reason why there's a master. I said, no, it doesn't. That's not what that means. A master bedroom, master bathroom does not mean that you have slaves. It's just a common term that we say for an owner of a home. You are the master of your own home. That's your home. You're the owner. So if you say the owner's bedroom, would that mean that you own slaves because you're the owner of the house? So you call yourself the owner, but instead of saying you're the owner of the house, it actually means that you own slaves? Like, that's not what that means. Anyway. Pardon me, guys. I'm sorry for like coughing in your guys' ears. Super Suka says a master can be an expert at something. Netter, hi Netter, says it's master bedroom and en suite. That's what I'm saying. Yakub, that's exactly how I feel. Trust me. I was like doing the same thing. And I said, sir, you can say master around us. In fact, you can even say the slave owner's quarters. I don't care if you call it the slave owner's quarters. For all I care, we're buying the house. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what you call it. Slave owner's quarters, the master's, the whipper's house, the cracker's house. I don't care what you call it. We're buying the darn house. Okay. So, anyway. All right. So Larry did make a list for us. He graciously made a list for us. So I want us to go through the list and speak about some news that is going on in the world today. How do I access my emails? I forgot how to do that. Oh, I did access it. Okay, I did do that. Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay. There's a lot of news this week. Oh my gosh, it keeps on going. We are not going to get through all of this. There's no way. Wow. Okay. What has been up with people this last 2 weeks? What did I miss? Like, is this 2 weeks of news? What have people been doing? People just need to sit down. Why can't people just sit down and behave themselves? Why? Why? All right. So let's begin. Here we go. In the news, California has recently been struggling through a crime wave along with their heat waves, but a crime wave has been going through California, and this crime wave will cost the state $19 billion per year. The series of flash mobs that have been plaguing California has prompted LAPD to create a task force to combat the thieves. According to a LAPD detective, this task force will cost California taxpayers $19 billion per year. Several arrests have been made in connection with, in connection to these flash mob thefts already. And police have also identified 2 street gangs associated with the coordinated thefts. Now, when it comes to these flash mob thefts, we have had certain commentary regarding the groups. Why do I sound like Obama? Commentary regarding the groups and their associates. Now, we have seen certain commentary regarding these flash crime groups, and typically the commentary is rather racist because typically it's the same group of people that we always see, the same old, different day, same stuff, different day. The typical offenders, Black people. I try to not say that but it is true. And it's sad because now I can't go to the Gucci store without being not even not that the security stalks me, but there's security everywhere now. There's, armed security at the Gucci store, at the Rolex store. I mean, it's insane, and it's all because of these people. And I don't mean these people in a racist way. Yeah, I do. I do mean these people in a racist way. But I'm not saying that all Black people are doing that, but I'm saying that if a large group of Black people walk into the Gucci store, run, get out, because they're not going to wait in line. No. All right. Seattle. So a cop defends I'll start like this. A Seattle police officer named Daniel Auderer, I'm sure I'm butchering that last name, he's claiming that his comment that the city should just, quote unquote, write a check during a private phone call he made, which was recorded by his body camera, were taken out of context. His other comments consisted of saying, quote, "She is dead," before laughing and calling her a regular person. He said that she was of limited value because she was 26 years old, basically insinuating that because she was only 26, she didn't have any assets, she didn't have any, not like a person who, who is in their 40s or 50s, who has houses and, they're valuable. If you run over them, you need to pay the family quite a large check. Because the girl was only 26 years old, she was of limited value, he said. So you could just write the check of $11,000 to the family and they'll just be happy with that because of her young age. He was also recorded misstating the girl's age as 26 and saying that she had limited value when in truth she was 23. And then saying, who cares about her being killed? He ran over her. He was going about 74 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour zone while responding to a call. So the Seattle police officer ran over an Indian woman. I believe she was Indian or Bangladeshi or something like that. And he ran over her. She passed away. And the cops are laughing about it. So, and seeing that she's of limited value because of her age, and they can just write an $11,000 check, and the family should be silenced with that. The Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, he announced a new $1 billion package to Ukraine during an unannounced visit. Money that should go to the victims of the Hawaii disaster has been promised again to Ukraine. According to Blinken, only 20% of the funds are meant to resupply Ukrainian munition needs, while another 100 million will be provided for the quote-unquote foreign military financing. In addition, $300 million is for the law enforcement support, and $206 million is for humanitarian assistance. What the heck does that mean? Humanitarian assistance. What assistance do they need when their clubs are open? They are in the discotheque because Ukrainians love techno music. They're in the clubs popping bottles, okay, dancing with models, girls in mini skirts and bellies out, having a good old time. But America is sending the money as if they were some impoverished third world nation. Okay. Sorry. Back to the humanitarian assistance for food, water, and shelter for those forced to flee the country. The remaining $203 million is for the transparency and accountability of institutions. This new package came 1 week after Blinken revealed a $250 million package for military equipment to be given to Ukraine. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. California has some good news coming out of California. 2 California school districts join in on banning LGBTQIA plus pedos plus everything sick and drag queens. They join together in banning the rainbow flag on campus. School districts in Temecula, California have banned the display of all non-government or military flags on school campuses. Seeing a rainbow flag on campuses upset several parents who contended that advertising the alphabet lifestyle on school campuses would make children curious and want to, quote unquote, try it out. Meanwhile, I don't know who that is. Sun Glown Unify. I don't know what that means. But anyway, they banned all flags that are not federal or Californian flags. They have joined Chino Valley, Unified, and others in taking measures aimed at removing the alphabet materials from their schools. That makes me so, so happy. Okay, last that we're going to do is regarding Hawaii. All right, so wait a minute. Wait. We have one more other than the Hawaii scandal. There's another scandal because people can't keep their legs closed. A Democrat running for office was exposed for having sex for money with her husband on a website. How much money was she given? What? Virginia Democrat House of Delegate candidate Susanna Gibson was outed earlier this week for having sex with her husband for money on a website. Gibson, a nurse practitioner and mother of 2, is calling the discovery of news an illegal invasion of her privacy, and is also blaming her political opponents, accusing them of, quote unquote, committing a sex crime to attack her. Her attorney is working with local law enforcement to find those responsible for the sex video leak. The internet is forever. The internet is forever. Whatever you do online, it will be pulled back up. All right. Okay. And I need to find my Hawaii thing here. I can't find it. Oh, here we go. So the Maui wildfire update. This is the last one. This is the last article I'm going to give you guys, and then we'll move on. I will open up the panel. I always say the phone lines. I'm so old. I'm like such an 80s, 90s person. Like, I swear, in my soul, in my spirit, I'm actually old. But whatever. We're going to open up the phone lines. Maui wildfire update. This is our last article. Non-essential travel to Maui is strongly discouraged through October 17th of this year due to the governor's 6th emergency proclamation. Some Maui residents, property owners, and business owners may be allowed to return to their damaged properties around September the 25th. They will be allowed to bring insurance adjusters and faith leaders with them. That's good. Those visiting damaged sites will be provided with safety equipment. Residents will be given special cards to enter the area and will only be allowed to visit their own property. On September 2nd, Maui residents reported to news outlets that despite Biden's vow to aid them, no help has been provided. In fact, his administration's response was described as scattershot and insufficient. Biden himself admitted to the so-called effectiveness of his help may not be felt for months. So Biden himself is saying that the effectiveness of his help may not be felt for months. Of course not. And even years to come, they speculated. Maui residents revealed that The aid that they received came from neighbors, local businesses, and community groups, not the federal government. According to FEMA, the Biden administration provided $15 million in aid for 4,100 households after the $700 payments they handed out, and $95 million from the infrastructure law. Don't turn off on me. $95 million from the infrastructure law to improve Maui's electric grid, while urging Congress to approve $12 billion for FEMA's Natural Disaster Relief Fund to assist Maui and other communities affected by the severe weather. Yeah, that's a load of, I'm not, okay. So there we go. There's your news. I will put the link in the chat for anyone who would like to join me today. And here we go. Here is your link. Whoever wants to join me can. I need to take a quick break really quickly. Samael, would you like, you can start off the, yeah, you can do that, and I'll be right back.
Okay, well, here we are, folks. You're all alone with me, Samuel the Infamous. Good luck. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, go ahead and hit the link if you want to come up and join the panel. She'll be back very shortly. Meantime, I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the chat regarding like various scandals with female office holders and whatnot. I mean, I'm of a mind that they're adults, and it doesn't really, impact anything as long as it doesn't impact the policies, right? I mean, personally, yeah, I think that they should keep that shit in the bedroom and not out in public where everybody can see it. But regarding that, I mean, if you think back to the Clinton impeachment, was all about him messing around with an intern outside of wedlock, right? Honestly, not really our business, and it was used as a distraction for the bigger problem of I'm gonna get just so you guys know, I am in no way suicidal. So if something happens to me, it wasn't me. But yeah, if you think back to that, that was a distraction for all of the crimes that he was committing against our country by selling us out to China. Because of the Clinton administration, China has a permanent seat on the UN Council. They have permanent favored trade nation status with the United States. We can't revoke that. Military and state secrets were sold to the Chinese government by that administration, all of which happened while we were paying attention to Monica Lewinsky's dress, which is unimportant. Hi, Amira. Oh, you're mute.
No, I was just muting because I just wanted to hear you talk. I mean, I wanted to hear you speak because, yeah. Guys, feel free. Don't be scared. The link is in the chat. Don't be scared to come on. Me and Samael are very kind. We're very kind people. And we just want to have a conversation. That's all. That's all. We just want to talk. What's wrong with talking, right? So feel free to join us in the chat because, like I said, there's many things to speak about. And if you guys don't join us, I'm shutting it down. Anyway, but if you guys don't want to join us, then I'm going to turn off early because why am I going to sit here and talk to myself all night? That's not what I came here to do on a Saturday night. No.
Yeah. I see.
Hi, Larry.
Was it Agent Pepsi said, of course you can revoke favored nation status. You can revoke favored nation status. You can't when it was permanently done. Like it was a permanent thing that they did. They did a whole special thing for it. I have to go and dig up the actual paperwork on that. I don't have it right in front of me, but this was a big deal at the time. They got swept under the rug because everybody wanted to know about the cigar.
Oh.
I should probably stop talking about that particular administration, huh?
No, honestly, listen, what I've seen now is like we have Biden, right? Biden is there, but literally it's just the Obama administration. Because did you guys see when Joe Biden was trying to speak, he was getting ready to give a speech at the podium. Before speaking, he said, I'm just following orders. I'm following orders from what people told me to do. And his Secretary of State, instead of saying President Biden, before she said President Biden, instead of saying President Biden, she said President Obama before she was saying He said, and I'm like, is that a Freudian slip? It's not, because Obama has been president for years on top of years. So that's not a Freudian slip. She was definitely speaking to Obama before she addressed the nation. She wasn't speaking to Biden. So she said, President Obama says that, I mean, sorry about that. President Biden, it's like, you think we're stupid? We're not stupid. We know what's going on. Obama is back there talking to you guys. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
about
Rep said Obama? You see?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 reps said Obama.
What are you talking about? This is not exactly, somebody said it. It's the Biden. Exactly. This is not a coincidence. Yeah.
There's something happened with Biden last week. I didn't catch it, but he was doing a speech. Something happened last week, and his aides cut him off and shut down his speech, and he wasn't done. I didn't read the details of it. I just saw the headline.
Wow.
So I'm not sure which gap it was that caused the whole thing, but yeah, he was.
They could never do that to Trump. I tell you that. Trump would be like, excuse me, is this thing working? Excuse me, whoever's doing the electrical team is fired. Excuse me a minute. I'm talking. Excuse me, you are a very rude person. You are very rude.
Well, you see,
So
what the White House just did with the transcript of one of the speeches Biden did last week, where he said that blacks, Latinos, and veterans, he said we don't have high school diplomas, and the White House is now scrubbing that from the transcript. So they're literally trying to they're erasing it and trying to make it as if he never said that, and he said it at a community college.
So he said blacks, Latinos, and
veterans and military veterans that we don't have high school diplomas. That's right. I don't have a high school diploma. I have a master's degree, bitch.
Larry, can you calm down, please? If you're in the back and you're gonna come on, I need to see your face. I don't let people on that are just, especially if I don't know your name. I have to know who you are. Let me see. Let me check the private chat. Maybe they're trying to talk to us. No. I need you to identify yourself, and I need to see your face before you come on. All right? So, yeah, because I have been trolled way too many times. Too many times. You guys remember my old channel. For those who have been with me for a while, you guys remember the old channel. That channel got trolled endlessly. I loved it, but still. No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, Zealage. Larry's popping off. Larry's he gets really upset, especially when it comes to veteran things, because Larry is a veteran, and it makes sense, and we care about veterans over here on this channel too. So it makes sense that he would be upset about it. I see you now. Okay. All right. Alrighty, I'll bring you up. Hi, Thunder.
Hey,
How's it going?
I'm good.
I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Are you under a different name on the chat?
I'm Groove Master actually. I just wanted to say hello. It's
You
Thursday morning. Yeah.
No way. Okay, guys. If you guys don't know who this is, okay.
Good to meet you.
Wait, I'll share with you guys who Groove Master is. So here, I'm going to play something right now. 1 second. Nope. Groove Master, everybody quiet. So Groove Master is the one who made this for me. So he made this song. This one. I'm playing. This one. He made this. So when I have my intro, that is that song and a couple of others. He's the one who made that music for me. So hi, Groove Master. I've actually never seen your face. How are you?
I'm doing good. Nice to see you, actually. Yeah.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, it's almost 7 o'clock over here in Europe, so I'm usually asleep, but today I'm up and I wanted to see you in person.
What part of Europe are you in?
I'm in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate Germany with my whole heart, soul, and might. But I'm glad that do you like it? I hated it.
It's okay. It's all right. I've been here for a while and gotten used to it. So yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
I hated it with all my heart, soul, and might. I tell you why. I went there with my experience with the Germans is that they are very rude people. Like they don't have any sense of warmth. They're not warm at all. They're just cold.
They're very distant. Yes, the French are even worse, actually.
Oh, I can imagine. I can't stand those people too.
Yeah, I lived there 8 years as well, and I came back to Germany. Actually, it was even worse. Yeah.
Do they treat you differently because you're black?
No. It just I don't know. It's just cultural. That's all. I mean, for me personally, it's fine. I speak French and German, so it's okay. But they're just a different type of people. That's all. It's just cultural.
How long have you been there? Did you grow up over there, or
Well, I got here with the military like 100 years ago, and I just never left. I got married and had a couple kids, and I just stayed. I didn't want to be a deadbeat dad. You know what I mean? That's haram if I did it.
It's
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. That is amazing. I really so they say German is the closest language to English. I hate it though. I can't learn German for the life of me. Does anybody on the panel speak German?
Nope.
Nope.
Not me.
9.
9. Okay, well then I'm sorry, I don't have anybody you can speak with, but nonetheless, what do you think about the topics of today? What do you think about like the main topic about Oprah Winfrey and The Rock?
They're terrible people. They're horrible people. They every bit of garbage that we all know them to be. And The Rock has just joined her and being scum as well. And yeah, they're just terrible.
It's sad to see because The Rock, well, he's always been known as such a good guy and awesome. And then he just joined forces with Oprah and his whole image has just dropped.
Absolutely. Yeah. When he did, I just lost respect for him, and so Oprah, I never liked her much for a long time. So.
Understandable. She protected her own property. Once she noticed that the fires were happening, she sent extra security, buffed up her security around her property, and also put, I don't know what it is, where they use those helicopters and spray stuff around your property so that the fire. Right. All of that for her property to make sure that her stuff wouldn't be touched, make sure that nobody would seek shelter in her guest houses or anything like that.
Right.
And then she told other people to give money because she gave her and The Rock gave 10 million, which is a drop of water in a pond, of course.
Right.
That they have.
They want donations from poor people. I can't understand that. I never got it.
Yeah. Well, she came out saying she did respond, basically saying she wasn't asking for donations from poor people. It was for the people who could or who were available to help or anybody who was just willing to give charity. It wasn't something where she was, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're horrible people. They're terrible. But I mean, hopefully we have a chance to fix things up the next election if they don't steal it again.
He's glad that you're wearing pants because you dropped your phone. Okay. Nothing. So anyway, the other topic that I was going to ask you about is, let me see. We had plenty of the stuff that we talked about. Oh yeah. What did you think about the topics that I was speaking about tipping? What do you think about tipping? In Germany, do they tip? Do you guys tip at the restaurants and so on?
You tip pretty much what you want. And I think, that's what tipping is to me. I mean, if you got good service, you give whatever you want. I mean, we usually give, I give sometimes $5, $10, whatever, but it's nothing mandatory. If it's mandatory, I'm not giving anything. Yeah. If they say, well, you got to tip this much or that much, I'm like, no, I give you according to the service,
Well, you've been out of America for a long time because America, it's
I've been going for a while.
It's obligatory now, and they're like, you're not missing anything. You probably left America when it was still good, but it's getting really bad over here, Groove Master. I'm telling you, it's getting really bad over here. It's obligatory in a lot of places where they're like, you must tip. They even tell you how much percentage you must tip of your bill. Like,
yeah. I'm like, no, I wouldn't go to these places. I would never. The thing I've learned here in Europe, I've learned how to live, and I've learned how to live without certain things. And I see what's happening in America is people complain about inflation, but they're not ready to make the adjustments, the necessary. Sometimes you can't go to Chipotle, you can't eat out, you can't go to that movie, and that's the things I've learned. Living outside of the United States, sometimes you just do without. If need be. I mean, I'm okay now. I mean, I'm not. I'm not broke or anything, but if I have been over here when I first got out of the military, and you just learn to live without stuff. I'm not going this certain place. We might have to only buy water and the basics to eat this month or this week or whatever, and we don't have to go to a restaurant. You know what I mean? And I learned, and that's how Europeans are for the most part. And but I see a lot of Americans, still want to go eat out every day. Complain about, I don't have money for groceries, but I also don't have money to go to the fast food restaurant every day as well. And
Well, the argument over here, Groove Master, is that the reason why they eat out in the fast food restaurants is because they don't have money. That is the most backward to me. They're like, oh, we got the rest of the fast food because we have no money. It's like, no.
Exactly. I'm like, look, somebody need to cook something in that house.
Right.
For the price you pay for a meal at a restaurant, you can make grocery needs for a week with that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that when we first got to America, my family struggled as well. We didn't come here wealthy. We didn't come here rich. So we came here, we had nothing for the first few years. And sometimes beans and rice, that was all you're going to eat.
That's it. If that's all it takes, as long as I got something in my stomach, I'm fine. We don't, and I've done that for years. I've done. My kids were young, and we had to we called it little, so we tightened the belt, and we lived like that a long time, and till I retired from the military, and and even after I got out, so yeah. I mean, I make the adjustments, but I mean, like we say, alhamdulillah, I'm okay now. I have, I have everything I need, and I try to do whatever I can. I help people. I try to give what I can. You know what I mean? To help people.
Alhamdulillah. But I mean, it's amazing to see what character comes out of that. A lot of character comes out of that, of eating only what you can eat for that week, or restricting yourself. And this is the reason why Muslims, this is part of the reason why, and a lot of Christians actually, fast is mandatory, because you're supposed to restrict yourself. You're supposed to know how it feels to be hungry. You're not always supposed to be full. That's not where you're not always supposed to be full. You're not always supposed to be well attended to down there. You're supposed to sacrifice sometimes. It cleans
Absolutely. Absolutely. I eat one meal a day. That's been my diet for the past 8 years. And I learned it from doing Ramadan. Actually, when I first converted to it, that was the hardest thing in Islam. Was, learning Ramadan. And once I finally learned how to do it, and I got used to, not eating so much. And I remember, I used to lift weights, and I got really big, and I stopped, working out, and I got really, really fat. And I just started eating one meal a day. And that's what I do to keep my weight. I'm still a little bit bigger than I used to, but I still lift weight too. So, but I mean, I'm not as big. My blood pressure is good. I checked it this morning. I'm good. And I eat one meal a day. That's it. I intermittent fast for the last since 2016. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear it. Samael, Larry, did you guys want to? I'm going to get my charger. I'm just going to be right back. I'm getting my charger, but Samael and Larry are here. 1 second.
Cool. No worries. So I eat once a day myself. It's not for any other reason than just because most of the time I don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So when I wake up in the morning, I don't have time to eat breakfast. So I just get going, and then I eat a big lunch, and then the rest of the day goes by, and then I go to bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, I have to eat. I used to eat once a day, and that's what made me balloon up, because my metabolism is fast. So the more I eat, for some reason, it's just that's what makes me lose weight. So what I do is I eat about twice a day, and I'll eat something, in between. I might eat like an apple or something like that, and then if I eat something for dinner, I eat around 6 o'clock, definitely before 8. and it's a small meal, and I'm pretty good with that. I don't need to eat steak every day, like I used to, and I made a lot of adjustments, and my body just adapted to it really quick. But beans and rice is plenty for me. Beans and rice, I can
Yeah.
eat that, and now if I eat beans and rice, I'm done for the whole day. For some, that's the one thing that gets me. I'm done for the whole day. My wife will come in. You want dinner? Nope. You're not hungry? Nope.
Yeah. That's it. Sometimes I eat an apple at night before I go to bed, or if it's in the summertime, I eat like a slice of watermelon or something like that to stay hydrated. But yeah, that's about it. That's
Not say that on my channel. Don't see. Let's get you up out of here. You can't say that. You can't be a black man and say that you eat watermelon on my channel.
Hey, I eat watermelon like it's Juneteenth every day.
But that wasn't a bad thing, though. I mean, originally that's they used to our ancestors sold that's how they made a living. So it was made to be something negative, but it really never was.
This is only like that stuff I hear. This only America. That only means something in the U.S. Like the thing watermelon and all this stuff. I mean, you stay hydrated. I understand why they probably ate it to stay hydrated at hot sun, and it's very healthy. I mean, I eat it. When I was bodybuilding, I used to eat it all the time. Then I started hearing about people saying, "Oh, watermelon and black people," and I'm like, man, what? Okay, well, I guess. I mean, you can stereotype me if you want, because I'll eat a whole watermelon a day if I could.
My mother would agree that watermelon's the best thing ever. She can't get enough of it. She hates it when it's out of season.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it only means something, and I've adapted to a different mindset here, and I try to stay away from most things American, to be honest with you. Only certain YouTube. This one, of course, I really enjoy because everybody makes sense. Amir is very intelligent. And I enjoy this channel a lot. And but most things coming out of the States, I don't entertain it. And it's shocking when I hear people commenting about certain things and all the political correctness, and I just tune it out most of the time. I just tune it out, and I either meditate or go in my studio and write a song or something, or try to stay away from that kind of stuff.
Do they have that in Germany right now? Like rainbow flags everywhere?
Not so much the flag, but homosexuality was very open when I got here, like a few decades ago. It was very open over here, and it wasn't. But the thing about it, it was open, but nobody talked about it. You just kind of, I mentioned it to a German friend once, and he said, "Joe, this is Europe, man." He said, "What people do? You see girl, guy sitting down, but nobody talked about it because it's pretty normal here." The problem is in the state they promote it like it's something special or something great. You know what I mean? We had Boy George growing up, George Michael, Elton John. We knew what's up with these cats growing up, but we just, it was nothing special, but now they make a spectacle of it. And that's the sad part,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Liberace. Everybody knew Liberace was gay as hell. Everybody on earth knew that, but nobody cared. They just wanted to listen to his music.
Gomer Powell, them cats all, I tell my sons, everything that is happening right now, we had it back in the day. We had the exact same thing, but we understood our place. We knew we wouldn't question if somebody was quote unquote gay or not. That was just their thing. If that's what you do, fine, man. But like I wore pink shirts in high school, all the time. I mean, now I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't let my sons wear a pink shirt to school now, but we did. We were so mad. I was buff. I could bench like almost 400 pounds in high school.
Well, let me I don't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry. No, it's okay.
But I'm curious because it's not often that we have a German citizen on our panel, and I want to take full advantage of this opportunity to basically grill you about this. So please take a seat under the heated lamp in a dark room
Any question?
This is where it's going to be.
I read a book every day with all the answers, so I know I have all the answers too.
Oh, you guys are going to make me forget. You guys are going to make me forget about this book. I bought this book for you guys, and I want to share some quotes, but I'll talk to you guys first. I'll read the book later. But my question to you is this: in Germany, are they teaching the children the things that they're teaching American children? Like in the schools, the children don't know how to read, write, or speak English. Yet they know what a Z and a Zer is. They know about sexual identity. They are spoken to and read books by drag queens to them. The children know about everything gay, everything bisexual, everything, and so on and so forth. Is this happening in Germany as well, or is education still taken very seriously in Germany?
Not that I'm aware of. You know, my youngest just graduated recently, and he went to I'm not a German citizen yet. I'm still American. He went to the American Military Academy, and he told me there was what they call a safe space. Is that right for the kids?
Yes.
Yeah. So he told me about that. They were doing, but for the German school system, no, everything the kids that that go to German school, they seem to be pretty normal. They're normal kids. I've never heard anything about, drag queens and things like that. We are kind of a laughing stock right now in Europe. When I speak to Europeans, they say America. I talked to a guy yesterday, a Polish guy, and he was telling me it's sad that America is falling.
It is, but I want to ask you another question. Students, yes, to you, because you're the one in the interrogation room. So imagine you're in a dark room right now with the on top of your head. So just keep that in mind. So my next question to you, sir, where were you on June the 9th of 2018 around on or about 3 p.m.? I'm joking. My next question to you is this. Do the children respect the teachers in the schools? Because in America, we're having a huge problem with children respecting teachers. There's no respect, and there's also punishments in the school system. Is it the same in Germany, or do the children respect?
I mean, as far as the German, again, that I'm in the American system here, and the school system, the American school system, it's a little better because it's military. It has military order. And so there's some things that go on when I go to visit. When I used to go visit my son in the American school, like the language and little black kids using the N-word loud in the hallways and stuff like that. I used to see that. My son told me that was like little gay spaces for the kids. But on the German side, no. That's like everything is like the way school was when we went to school. I don't see anything different. Everything is just pretty much as usual, business as usual.
Let me ask you my next question to you. In America, we're dealing with a high crime wave. This high crime wave consists of robberies happening in luxury retail stores. The typical assailants are Black youth that are Black, going in groups and stealing everything from Gucci, Versace, Rolex, and so on and so forth. The reason this is happening is because the laws in America have changed. They're making it so that the majority of felonies that used to be, now they're all considered misdemeanors, or not even misdemeanors at this point. They're not being punished. Let me ask you this. In Germany, are Black kids seen the same way that they're seen here? Is it mostly Black people who create the crime in Germany, or is it mostly the Germans who are?
Absolutely not. Where I live, the crime is really low where I am. I could leave my keys in the car. And one of my cars, I drive a Porsche Panamera, and nobody would touch it in my neighborhood. There is crime here. Usually the Eastern Bloc people, if anybody do things like maybe Russians, and it's not really crime. It's not really, they might, sell a little bit of weed or whatever, but weed is not legal, but they've never really, it's been decriminalized for 20 years here. No, the Blacks over here, there's not a large population of Black Americans here, but the Blacks who've come in the last 10, 15 years have been African. You know, they haven't gotten into it's nothing near what I see happen in America with black people. It's nothing near that. In France, it's a lot worse. The blacks in France, they tend to ride a little bit more. They have, you know, the problem, unfortunately, in France, the Arabs are a problem.
Hey, no. Let's get him up out of here. So what we're not going to do.
I mean, watch the news. He's not wrong.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? I don't need anybody else to do the show with me. How is the Pride doing? I am so happy to see you guys, because what we're not going to do is insult my race on my channel. Okay, you get it together. I'm joking, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and be racist. Go ahead, Mr. Groovman.
Well, my sons are half Arabic. Their mother is Arab. She's an Algerian. And so I'm very familiar with the culture. They're good people. I mean, you know, that one thing, you know, the Arab culture is a very, you know, they have structure and order because of the deen.
Yes.
And my sons were raised in the deen from birth, you know, and they're, you know, they're very well behaved kids. Unfortunately, in the what we call in the block, like the projects with the high riser buildings, is where you have most of the immigrants, and most of the immigrants here are Algerian, Moroccan, like North African, right?
Yes.
And they could mostly with drug dealing, stuff like that. Not so much violence, but a little bit. But as far as when they're out in public, nobody's robbing stores or doing things like that. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, that stuff won't happen here.
Understandable. Okay. I guess let me see. Most of my questions are regarding culture, so I guess I'll leave it there. Is there anything that Samael or Larry wants to ask Mr. Groovemaster?
Just thank you for the music, man. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
Hey, just travel. The thing I ask Americans to do: travel, open your minds up. You know, the United States, to me, it's like a child whose parents are famous and they don't know it. They only know mom and daddy. Right? Mom and dad is not really important. They see them at their worst walking around home. But when they see one day who their parents really are, they see them from another perspective.
Yeah.
And they're shocked at the beauty and how famous, kind of like Michael Jackson's kids, right? And this is kind of the way I see the United States. You know, if you live in the United States, you see all the bad things, you know, that goes on, and, you know, people that hate the country. But when you live outside the country, you see, comparing the United States to Europe and other countries, America is really, really a very nice country to be proud of, and it has to be fixed. And we have to, you know, it's worth fixing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Very much. I think Larry was going to ask you something, Mr. Groovemaster. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, I was. If anyone wants to purchase music from you or ask you to,
you have a question?
He's speaking. Can you not hear him?
No, I can't. No.
Oh, he said if anybody wants to purchase music from you, where do they go? Is that what you're saying, Larry?
Right, or if they.
Oh yes, you can find me on all the major platforms. It's under Joe Fender, actually. My real name is, I have several names. My music name is Joe Fender. It's JEAUX.
Can somebody write that in the chat? Samael, is there a way that you can?
I got it.
So go ahead and spell it one more time.
It's JEAUX. I'm from Louisiana, so it's spelled Joe, right?
Okay.
And Fender, FENDR, not the ER, just a DR.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Fender. And the name of the album is Reset. And you could find any of my music there and download it.
All right. Thank you. Oh, actually, the chat was writing it for me. For Sammy. Thank you guys so much. That's why I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
I depend on all of them. All of them just are. Thank you guys.
Yeah. I sent you a song recently. One I did about a month ago. Sometimes I shoot you songs just to see how you like them. If you think they're how you feel about them.
I saw it, but I wasn't able to open it at that time. But I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll definitely
take several more. And you're welcome to use any song of mine. It's okay. You can use any song you like. I have about 30 of them actually.
No, I appreciate it very much because I'm always looking for a talent from the Pride. I have everything that I have on my channel is from my Pride. My picture, my logo was made by Pride, by the Pride. My music is all by the Pride. Even my intros that I had on my recorded videos is all from my Pride. I don't do any of that. All of you guys are talented. The Pride is talented, and you guys just said
yeah, cool. And we respect you a lot. We know who the real ones are. You know, you and a few other. There's probably about 3 or 4, podcasts and YouTube, channels that I watch. Not very many, and those are the ones I watch every day. I watch those maybe 3 or 4, and that's it. And so yeah, when I finally find someone that really understands what's going on, I really respect that and I hold on to it. I try to stay as close as I can and keep you as close as I can to me.
Well, I appreciate it if you not tell me that because my head tends to get big very easily. So
it does. It's like a balloon.
No, it's true. No, it's really it's amazing. Yeah. You do a very good job. I love your show.
Thank you so much. I always appreciate it because I really don't feel as special as you guys make me feel in real life. I don't feel that way, but I definitely appreciate it. I don't like compliments, but I will graciously accept them as a proper lady. I will graciously accept your compliments.
Absolutely. With pleasure.
And I'm shy about it, but thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yes.
Master. So thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, cool. And it's after 7 o'clock over here, so I'll be going to bed here pretty soon.
Have a great day.
Yes, and I'll continue to watch. And you guys, good. What is good night, right over there?
It's night here. Yeah, here we're still.
Okay, yeah, it's morning. The sun is rising over here. So, but yeah, we'll be in touch and check out the music and let me know what you think. And if anything, any type of song or music you recommend, maybe I'll try to, go up there in my studio and write it for you.
Thank you so much. We'll keep in touch. Email back. So just such an email. Thank you so much, Mr. Groove Master.
Okay, thank you very much. Y'all take care. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye. That is so sweet. I have never seen his face, guys. Like, he has spoken with me for years. He sends me music. He's been active, but I've never seen him. Right. So I have this book from Theodore Roosevelt, right? So Theodore Roosevelt, he had a book of quotes that he said. And in each chapter of this book, here we go, he gives quotes on different things. So in this chapter, it's about religion, morality, and virtue. On one of the other chapters, it was about sports. On the other chapter, it was about politics, and so on and so forth. One of the chapters is about women, one is about men. And basically in his book of quotes, it says, "Thou shalt not hoe." And that was written by Sun Tzu, but he added his own name to that. And stop laughing. So anyway, there was a few quotes that I wanted to share with you all, and I wanted you to take them along with you in the future. As my pride, I want you guys to take these along with you. So here we go. I'm gonna pull it up one sec. There were quotes about America, as you guys can see. So here, I can't see for the life of me. Most of you guys know that I am legally blind. So I will put some light and pull it up for you guys. Here we go. So this quote is this one, and it goes as follows. It says, the first requisite of a good citizen in this republic of ours is that he shall be able and willing to pull his own weight. That is a quote from November 11th of 1902. And this was talking about the American public or the American society, that the first requisite of a good citizen in this republic is that he shall be able and willing to pull his own weight. Now, that's something that I think is something that Americans have lost, right? We've lost that sense of get up and pick up something and carry it. Basically, I believe it was Jordan Peterson, wasn't it? He said, get up, pick up something and carry it. Carry the heaviest thing that you can. Right? Just pick up the heaviest thing you can and carry it. this is something that I wish more politicians would say. Now we have the elections coming up, yeah, and I wish more politicians would speak this way instead of talking about what the government's going to do for us. Talk about Americans pulling their own weight and how that is what makes a stable country a, dare I say, good country. I hate to use such simple words, but carrying your own weight. So, and here's another quote for you guys. One second. Here we go. So the next quote goes as follows. It says, there can be no 50-50 Americanism. God damn. Stop texting. Sorry,
That was
guys.
so loud.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to start over. It says, there can be no 50-50 Americanism in this country. There is room here for only 100% Americanism. Only for those who are American and nothing else. This is part of the reason why I say America is not built for diversity. America does accept diverse cultures, diverse people, and diverse religions. But in truth, America is not built for diversity. America is built for people of different nations, different cultures, different values coming together under one core value, Americanism, patriotism, being a part of this nation, and assimilating to it. I'll repeat it one last time. There can be no 50-50 Americanism in this country. There is room here for only 100% Americanism. Only for those who are American and nothing else. Doesn't matter where you come from. You should be American and only American when you come here. Here's the next one regarding our government system. Here's the last one I'll do about America, and then I'll move on to a different subject if you guys want me to. If not, we can move on to something else. But I thought this was valuable for us to listen to. Here's the last one that I'll give you. Our country offers the most wonderful example of democratic government on a giant scale that the world has ever seen. And the peoples of the world are watching to see whether we succeed or fail or fall. Our country offers the most wonderful example of democratic government on a giant scale that the world has ever seen. And the peoples of the world are watching to see whether we succeed or fail. So, is there anything you guys want to say?
I think that Teddy Roosevelt did a lot of things great, and he was a very brilliantly philosophical man, but I also have a bone to pick with him because he's also the reason that the federal government owns 79% of the land in Wyoming.
Okay, you and your Wyoming. Nobody cares about Wyoming, okay?
People in Wyoming care about Wyoming. I'm in Wyoming. Therefore,
okay.
Someone cares.
Well, enjoy your Marjorie Taylor. What's her name? Yeah, whatever her name is. I forget her name. That's not Marjorie Taylor. What's her name?
No, we have Harriet Hagman.
No, the other one. Gosh, it starts with an M. Anyway,
you talking about the one they kicked out?
Yes.
Yeah, she does. She never lived here. Her family has land here.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I'm not up on Wyoming. Anyway, Dex says Amira's silence mode exists. You can go to Naughty Corner. Go to Naughty Corner because I don't know how to turn it on my Mac. So you can go to Naughty Corner. Mind your business, Dex. Mind thy business in thy Naughty Corner. Carrie says not even people in Wyoming care about Wyoming.
Lies.
Oh, Liz Cheney. Thank you, Mr. Renegade. I don't know why I thought her name started with an M, but yeah, Liz Cheney. That's what I meant. Yeah, thank you.
You're going to see her pop up again, probably running for a Senate seat in like Maryland or something.
Because she can't stay out of politics, can she?
No,
Boa said, never believe anything you read online, Abraham Lincoln. I love that. I love when people do that, like dedicate weird quotes to people who haven't even lived in this time or something. You guys understand what I'm saying. But anyway, is it true that Corona is coming back?
Corona never left,
that way,
but they're trying to make it.
I don't think it ever left. It mutates every year like the flu. It's just
no. I'm saying the lockdowns. I'm saying that.
That's definitely happening.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's election season. They're trying to pull the same okie doke that they pulled 3 years ago. It ain't gonna work.
They're already doing that with hospitals and hospitals and food service businesses in California are already implementing, masks and 6 feet rules again. I mean, they're
Yep.
already doing it.
Yeah. Some businesses, yeah. I think schools too.
See, this is what I was saying is the political corona coming back, not the actual virus itself. I'm talking about political corona because that's the only one that I care about. The
Mhm.
political corona is the one that made it into a pandemic because
Well, they have to bring it back because climate change didn't scare us enough and aliens didn't scare us at all. And so what else they got?
But some of the cities are fighting back. I believe there was one city that passed a law making it illegal to wear masks or something like that. Illegal for the government to force them to wear masks or the state. So see how well that works for them.
this is
Speaking of the alien thing, you saw that thing out of Mexico, right?
what?
Where the
The little fake, the
Mexican
little
government
ET looking thing.
unveiled.
Cut each other off one at a time.
All right, so the Mexican government did an unveiling a couple of days ago, and they made a big deal out of it. Like, oh my gosh, we have proof that there was alien life, and they showed this like paper mache sculpture of ET, and
Yep.
talked about it like it was really a dead alien corpse. And what's funny about that is even if it was real, the entire world is so messed up right now that the unveiling by a government of extraterrestrial life, no one cares about.
No. Especially from that government. So
You're like we're so
Like,
like we
whatever.
don't give a F anymore that we're like even the aliens come we're like hit join us in
It's
line.
like, whatever, dude, even if it is real.
Right? That's funny. That's funny. But guys, I wanted to say something to you guys because I believe this is how me, Larry, and Samuel talk like behind the scenes. Watch. This is how the conversation will go. I believe that the world is going to hell in a handbasket. And I believe what's going to happen is that on the 2024 election, we're going to see violence in a never before seen scale in America. I believe that the Civil War is coming 2024. What do you guys think?
nope.
No?
Oh, I think we're going to eat each other long before that happens.
2024 is tomorrow. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean long before that happens? That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just going to get really bad. This winter's going to suck so much that we'll be forced to eat each other, and there won't be anybody left to vote.
Yeah,
See, this
right,
is
right
what-
on, right on schedule.
Wait,
You go
Larry,
right-
no, Larry, I know what you're going to say. I already know what you're going to say. Right on schedule with the whole. No, listen, this is pride. I kid you not. Larry is optimistic. Larry has dreams. Larry, because he's black, he has a dream. Larry sees a future. Larry sees children coming and pregnant women and people building things and cranes and stuff like that, because all of those things signify future. That's what Larry sees. Samael, something's wrong with this one. Samuel, he sees death and destruction and morbid nihilism. I don't know what he sees. He sees the end of everything. So this is a perfect balance that I have. I have an angel and a devil on my shoulders at all time in the form of Larry and Samael. But you guys wonder why sometimes I'm very balanced. Me is because of these two. Because we have conversations and I get both sides. I get pregnant women and cranes and future, and then I get cannibalism. We're all going to eat each other and die, and we're all going to hell. And he's already had VIP seats waiting for him there. So this is what I get.
I mean, that's fair.
It's true.
It's
It's what I
I'm a
get.
bit of a downer sometimes, folks, but I'm
I
sure
do.
I'm sure that those of you who followed my channel also have probably caught on to that a while back.
It's just crazy how both of them guys, I think you guys in the chat are already getting used to their personalities. You guys can see where it's going. But I really do believe that in 2024, we are going to see something, because I tell you what, I believe that the Democrats are going to try to do the whole Dominion thing again. They're going to try their best to do the whole illegal ballots and dead people voting and children and cats and stuff voting. I believe they're going to try that again. And I believe the American people aren't going to turn a blind eye to it this time. I hope, anyway. I hope. And I believe that people are so yearning for Trump. There's a lot of people that are yearning for Trump. The people who would have never voted for him before are now turning around and saying he was the better option. No matter how much I may not like his personality, he is still the better option. And for this reason, I believe there's going to be a clash in 2024, just because this is going to be an epic election, because we've never had a president run for president from jail, or run for president from a position of being so-called a criminal, or under the law, under the, the heavy hand of the law, or something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We have a president with a mugshot who's running for president.
Did you hear about what happened, what the judge did?
I'm not sure. Tell us.
So the mugshot is from the Georgia trial that's going on right now. So the district attorney, whatever the hell she is, that's bringing the charge, she's pissed because she tried to push a speedy trial to get him locked up before he can really ramp up his campaign, but the judge didn't rule the way she wanted, and now they're saying that his trial in particular won't even happen until after the election.
They're not happy about that.
Their whole plan went out the window.
See, and that's the thing that I'm talking about, guys. This was all a plan, and we all knew that it was just a plan to try to get him locked away or try to get him disqualified from running for president. This is why they're throwing everything that they can at him, and they think that the American people don't see it. They don't realize how desperate they look. They are so desperate that they're throwing anything and everything at him. Oh, he raped a woman. Oh, he's taxes. Oh, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, election interference. Oh, you insulted a person, or you paid for their silence, or something like. They're just throwing anything and everything that they can to see what sticks, and that's why they call him, like Dr. M said, Teflon Dom, because nothing is sticking on him good enough to stop him. You can't stop him.
Mm-hmm. And the I don't think it's about stopping him or even slowing him down. It's about distracting him enough so that he doesn't run an effective campaign.
It's not going to work.
You mean like wearing him down, like making him tired?
Yeah, like just making him so busy with the trial stuff and the indictment stuff and all of the attacks that they're throwing at his way. So he's got no time for anything else. That's the goal, and that's also why they're presenting people like DeSantis and Ramaswamy as potential alternatives, because they're getting people convinced. Oh, hey, well, Trump, he's over there, he's dealing with some stuff, so why don't you pay attention to these two here instead? And what that does is that divides the Republican vote, which means that it doesn't matter how that goes, because everybody on the Democrat side is going to vote for Biden.
That's why. No, I don't think they're going to vote for Biden. I think they're going to vote for the.
They're not going to vote for Biden. Not everybody.
No,
right. You get my gist.
Yeah. For the Democratic, yeah. But the thing is, with this whole Ramaswamy, whatever his name is, Rabasalami, this guy,
Rabasalami,
whatever his name is. Yes, I'm racist. Okay, whatever his name is, I believe, just like Larry believes, that he is a plant. But also another thing is that they're trying to say that he was approved by Trump. So you're right about them trying to push someone else in front of us and say, oh, you guys want Trump, but he's over there. But we have a guy who's approved by Trump, who's liked by Trump. So we can vote for him and Trump won't get mad and you'll be fine. No.
Just for those of you out there who don't know, maybe look a little bit into his past a bit. Ramaswamy says all the right things, and he's got that young AOC vibe to get the young Republicans on his side. He's very hip, he's very cool, and he's also funded by George Soros money.
That he is.
He's a WEF plant, just like Gavin Newsom, just on the other side of the political aisle.
Exactly. Look where the money is. Where's that money coming from? This is why I love Trump so much, because I don't have to worry about where his money is coming from. Who is paying him? Who's he being paid by? Who's the one who owns him? Who's really the sticker on his behind of ownership? Because all the politicians have a sticker on their behind saying owned by so and so. Did I just slap my ass in front of you? I'm sorry, guys,
It
but
says WEF in big glowing letters.
exactly. And for grabbing a salami, it's probably George Soros.
Well,
That's
Soros,
getting old.
well, he retired. It's his son now. His son took the company from him.
Well,
Whatever.
Soros's money works for the WEF.
Yeah.
You know,
You guys, I'm taking that out of this.
Clip that.
Zealous just that was loud. I'll go to the naughty corner. I am sending all of you. Carrie, let loose. Dr. M,
You're gonna regret
Zealage, and who else? Who else? I am not. I shouldn't have done
time
it.
out the entire panel.
I'm gonna time out
chat.
Don't get mad at me for timing you out, guys. I'm just playing around. But still, no. Super Suka. Carrie, there's another one.
he just timed out Dr. M, right?
Thank you. I'm sorry, Dr. M. I love you.
And
it's all
Sillage. Jesus.
My pride is gonna hate me. I love you guys. I really do. But you're going to the naughty corner whether you like it or not. But still,
Suka.
Hey, Sam. Wasn't that Suka that wrote a song, and in that song he said he wasn't going to the naughty corner?
Yeah, it was the very one that we have loaded up
Sub-Zero
for
1 to 2. Sub-Zero 1 to 2. Get him too. We're spanking everybody today. We're spanking everybody.
She smacked her rear end, Mr. Renegade.
No. Oh, wait. Neil says, I was starting to be interested in Grab a Salami until his debate performance, mostly name calling and unsubstantiated accusations.
Yeah, he sold himself very well. He did, and especially the young people. But he's got puppet strings, and you need to follow those strings and find out who's holding them.
Well, you said he's got that AOC vibe, but that AOC vibe ain't doing well. You saw how she got screamed at by all those angry New Yorkers over the whole illegal alien thing that's going on over there. And the Democrats answered to that, because the mayor Eric Adams said, "Hey, I need you guys to cut like 5 to 15% of your budget so we can deal with this." And their answer was, "Oh, well, why don't we just raise taxes on all the New Yorkers? It's procedure anyway."
Right. Well, I'm not talking
literally
about
what they said.
Right, but I'm not talking about AOC currently, like right now, what's going on with her currently. I'm talking about her entire career. She has been at the behest of somebody else, and she is young enough and hip enough to get those young voters.
Well, I don't know about being hip enough. She got hips,
dude. She goes.
If you ask,
she plays video games with them. She interacts with them on social media. All of that stuff that older people won't, older politicians won't do because it's somehow fucking beneath them. The problem is that those are the voters. Those are the voters coming up, and you got to win them too. Hiring AOC to do that was a brilliant move.
One second, guys. 1 second. Don't forget your thing, Larry. Carrie, sit. Sit now. He's lost his mind. He's like foaming at the mouth. Carrie, sit. Go drink some water and get back at the engine.
Yeah,
what do we have
out like half of the chat?
I know. We have him tied to a radiator or an engine block. What was it?
Engine block. Okay,
get back on the engine block. Carrie, leave everybody else alone. I lost half my pride. Okay, Larry. Sorry.
You're gonna regret that. I was gonna say the older politicians. I mean, shoot, they still think that IBM is a top shelf. They still think that it's like current computers.
Right, and that's why Ramaswamy is a smart move by his masters, is because he can present himself in that way, and he's very good at selling himself. He is in that way that's very appealing to young people, to voters who just turned 18, maybe 21, whatever.
Hold on, Curly Joe. Look, AOC. I'm sorry, but she's not hip. She's got hips, and them young folks that she's playing video games with, they're not focusing on the games. They're focusing on her hips and what's next to them.
Doesn't matter. They're still going to vote for her because of that.
Yes, I know. I'm saying she's not hip. I'm saying she has hips.
She has hips. You're not listening to It's your problem.
I listen. I just think he's splitting hairs.
I'm not splitting hairs.
Oh my gosh. This is where you guys' fights always start. No, but so Curly Joe, he's saying that young voters are key. I don't know about that. I guess I don't know. I mean, what then? How did Joe Biden supposedly win if young voters are the key? Like, I don't know. I don't see that. Maybe
Well,
in
we know
He
Obama.
was
those numbers are
he
false.
was he was put in by young voting machines.
Yeah.
Curly says she's not hip to you, but that's your thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm young. We're all young. Well, Samuel and Larry are older than me, but even in my age group, even in school, we never like go around the halls like, oh my god, AOC is so great, AOC is so awesome. We never did that. We never. We thought she was a donkey. We thought she looked like a donkey. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. So my point is like if you want to get the young voters in, this is what you got to do. You got to present somebody who's slick and it speaks their language.
Mm.
And that's what Ramaswamy is. That's why he was put in that position. That's why he seemingly came out of nowhere, not unlike a certain president that we had a while back in 2008, came out of freaking nowhere. All of a sudden, he's a rising star, and everybody loves him.
Yep.
Except that Ramaswamy's running on the Republican ticket.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say we have infiltrators for sure, because the Democrats know that they need to infiltrate from the inside. And it's easy to do it now because so many rhinos exist.
Yeah, and I really don't think that and I'm noticing a lot of Democrats all of a sudden are becoming Republicans, and I'm like, nah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you guys, we are at the 2-hour mark, and I usually don't stream for more than 2 hours that much. I think I did 2.5 hours once, but
I think you did three once.
No, did I?
I think you did
The one
three
where
once.
you were putting the table together, yeah, that was like 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's right. Well, I was busy doing stuff. Okay. But thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate you guys' attention. I appreciate the laughs. You guys have been hilarious for the whole 2 hours. Literally, we've been pretty much laughing the whole 2 hours. So thank you guys so much for joining me. This week, I should be streaming again, just like maybe a half week. Maybe I'll come back either tomorrow or Monday, but for sure, I'm going to have another stream coming up very soon, like within the next few days. So I will see you guys then. And then let me see. The next stream that we do is going to be about women, about culture, American culture. It's going to be about the things that I like to talk about. So you guys know what's going to happen. Let me see. What else? I think, yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. Samuel has a show tomorrow. Samuel has a show tomorrow on his channel. Go check it out. Samuel, do you want to promote it?
Sure. I'm doing with a number of other nerds and geeks a show called Star Trek Engage that we do on Sundays, where we're going through the original series of Star Trek episode by episode, week by week. It's a lot of fun. We make a lot of really, really bad jokes that I'm surprised haven't gotten this kicked off of YouTube yet. Speaking of those words you were saying earlier that you can't just say, they get said. So some of them do anyway. But it's a lot of fun. So yeah, feel free to swing by and check it out. We simulcast on I think 3 different channels and 2 Twitter pages and a Facebook page all at the same time.
You guys heard it first. Go ahead.
Sorry. Don't forget to check out Abyssal Musings, guys, also, because every once in a while we have our lioness. She shows up and graces our panel like she did this past Friday and last week, and it's always a lot of laughs.
Shut up, Larry. Let's get Larry up out of here.
What did I say?
I told you I don't want people to know where I am. You just
nobody knows where you live.
Listen, you just tell
listening.
Larry.
What?
Stop telling me where I go.
You didn't tell me that.
I told
you. Don't like
Larry.
You don't like advertising on Sam's channel. You didn't say anything about here.
Larry, sometimes I want to have secret places where I can go where not that many people know where I am online. And I can't do that because you talk too much. Larry, see, that's the problem. See, go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, finish.
No, it's okay. You already hurt my feelings.
See, this is the reason why I can't have no Okay.
Tell you what, I will make this very simple. We do a number of live streams on my channel throughout the weekend, so I will just put the link in the chat for anybody who's interested.
Thank you. That was simple enough, and it's not exposing me, Larry. All right.
If
Thank
they
you guys.
watch, they're gonna see you on there. If they go and see, look at a past episode.
Well, that would be a surprise now, won't it? Not you.
It's not like you're there every week.
Oh my.
You pop up every once in a while. That's it.
I was trying to be there every week, and now you messed it up. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Guys, thank you guys. Stop.
Well,
You guys.
welcome to a slice in the life of behind the scenes.
I know, right? I know, right? This is literally what happens behind the scenes. All right, but guys, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It has been a pleasure. I have enjoyed it so very much. And what? Now her dad gonna have to see another just to get away. You still remember? Those are people who've been with me for a very long time who remember me selling the Bentley. Okay. There have been people who have been with me for years. I keep forgetting. That was 3 years ago, Keela. That means you've been with me for over 3 years. That's crazy. But yes, yeah, we did do. Anyway, have a great few days, because I'm going to see you guys in a few days anyway. So have a great next few days. Have a great rest of your night and weekend. And I think with that, I'll yield my time. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to put some music. Why not? I'll put on this one.